My name is Anthony Tone Show Nunez, and today we'll talk about Van Helsing Season 3, Episode 12, Christ's Pose. Okay, guys, now this particular episode was a great episode because it saw the return of everybody's favorite post-apocalyptic couple. That's right, Scarlett and Axel got back together. They found themselves, but not before Scarlett overcame some own personal problems. And I mean, the personal problem was a body of water, right? She was on this island for 28 days. Can you believe that? 28 days? That's how long Vanessa left her stranded for. She even made her own friend in a Wilson. And I'm not talking about Wilson from Castaway. No, not this Wilson. She made her own Wilson. It looked like this. And that was kind of funny because it was 28 days, but come on, Scarlett. Is that a little bit exaggerated now? Anyway, she gets off the island and she finds Axel. Everybody's happy. There's hugs. There's kissing. We're like, yes. But it was all too good to be true because they ran into some trouble in the form of some daywalkers. Now, Axel was down. He was injured. His eyesight was hurt. And that's when this character called Simon comes into the picture. Now, Simon is there to make Scarlett question her faith. And in this case, it's her lack of faith, right? Because Scarlett doesn't seem to have any faith. She thinks this whole apocalyptic thing kind of explains away any truth to there being somebody watching over us because things are very dire. So the character of Simon's there to make her question. And even at the end, with that last shot with Simon like walking over water, well, seeming to walk over water, it made her actually question everything. And I think that's what the episode was about. Christ's Pose, which was titled correctly, was made to make them actually question if there was an overall plan. Maybe there is somebody watching over them, or does he have great luck, or maybe he's just a person with amazing luck. This Simon guy might be very, very, very lucky. Maybe that's what the case is. But anyway, Axel got better. He got the same cocktail running through his veins now as Flesh. Remember, Flesh also has some daywalker bite, and he also got brought back from being a vampire by Vanessa, and that's how he got those super extreme healing mutant powers that he has. Right, he's like Deadpool healing. He jumped off a building and still was able to walk away. So now Axel has that same mix in his blood. He has the Vanessa bite mixed with the Daywalker serum, basically that they built at that mountain facility. Now that blood is coursing through Axel, he has the healing powers of Flesh as well now. So they have that healing ability. So that's how he was able to regain it. And it's funny because at one point Scarlett told Axel, "You're not going to get better altogether, silly." But that's exactly what happened after he was bit by the Daywalker. So on the other side of things, we have Flesh and Jolie. And Jolie and Flesh, these are two characters who usually weren't together much, and so it was interesting to see them together. And they both have objectives which are completely separate. One is leading them back to the dock. The other one's trying to lead themselves to find this wife, which is Flesh. And they were literally chained together, right? So they had to figure out what they were gonna do. And at the end, they both made peace with themselves, and they figured out, hey, we gotta work together, right? So they're gonna go help Flesh find his wife, and hopefully he can make amends somehow. I don't know how, but hopefully he can make amends. And then they're going to go back and find the doc. So that's what they agreed on. As far as Scarlett and Axel, they're going to go find Vanessa and a sister, because when somebody tells you in the apocalypse, hey, I don't want your help, that means we want your help, right, Muhammad? So that's exactly what Axel and Scarlett are going to do. This episode was placed right after the Axel episode where he found his sister. I thought the timing of this episode was kind of weird. As much as I enjoy watching these two together, I was hoping this episode, like the one before, we placed more in the beginning, because it kind of really killed the momentum. Like, I wanted to find out what happened with Scab, what happened with Julius, what happened with all the Daywalkers, but I guess we're gonna have to wait to find out, right? So the next episode, which is the last episode of the season, episode 13, but fear not, like I said, Van Helsing has been renewed, fear not. So episode 13 hopefully is packed full of answers. It's gonna have a bunch of questions, I'm sure, but I'm hoping it's packed full of answers, and we get a whole bunch of revelations, because we've been waiting 2 episodes, right? Both the prior episodes were very personal growth episodes, so I'm hoping we get a lot of answers in episode 13. So what was your favorite part of this episode, guys? Put it right there in the comments. And as always, guys, this is the Tone Show. Tone Show. Ooh. Remember to like and subscribe for more Tone Show.